Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel this afternoon. Today's video is going to be a one brand exclusive haul video, and it is actually MAC because I did go this afternoon and I picked up quite a few products, so I figured I would just do a one brand haul so that way it wouldn't take forever. You guys know that my videos do take quite a few minutes because I don't really edit, and at the same time I do buy a lot of products when I do go shopping. So let's just jump in and get started. I ended up going to the Natick Mall, which actually has a Nordstrom with a MAC counter, and they also have a standalone store as well. So I picked up a couple empty pallets at the standalone store because they actually don't sell them at the MAC counter in Nordstrom. And then all of the other products I picked up from the MAC counter at Nordstrom because one of my really good friends works there. So I figured if someone's gonna get the commission, I might as well give it to one of my friends. So let me just show you the palettes real fast. I'm sure you've already seen them in plenty of other videos, but I did pick up one of the Pro palettes, and this is the large one for the blushes. You can actually use them for blushes or eyeshadow. It just depends on which inserts you get, but it just looks like this. And you guys can see the viewfinder. And then it just opens like this, and you could actually just put the eyeshadows in here, or you can put the blushes in there. I've seen that done before, but I figured I might as well pick up the insert because I've actually been purchasing quite a few blushes from MAC, and instead of having to store them all individually, I figure why not just pick up the insert and pick up the empty palette to store them, which is actually going to be quite interesting in depotting all of them because I am horrible at depotting just products in general. The couple times that I have attempted to depot some of my products, I've ended up like crushing them and breaking them, and originally I didn't know how you were going to repress them, so I just ended up throwing them away. But I actually have watched a couple of videos on how to repress powdered products, and I actually did that with one of my eyeshadows recently. Oh, and then I also picked up the, where did it go? Just a quad, which is an empty one as well, because I picked up quite a few eyeshadows, so I figured I needed another quad. I have one right now, and it's actually full, so this is just what the 4 eyeshadow empty quad looks like. So I'll be having lots of fun later on this evening trying to depot all of my blushes and eyeshadows to put in them. So let's just dump the rest of these products out and let's get started. So the first thing I want to show you is a blush because today I was going for kind of like a country-ish slash boho chic makeup look, and I realized I don't have any neutral blushes that aren't either pink or coral or peach or pink with a blue undertone. So I wanted a more, not necessarily natural looking blush, but I wanted something that would complement almost like a sun kiss, a stay out in the sun for a little bit too long type look. And I ended up picking up this MAC Sheer Tone blush in the shade Pinch Me, and it looks like this. I actually have it layered on top of another blush that I was wearing today, but in the pan it doesn't look too fancy, and I don't even know if it's gonna look that great swatched, but it looks like that. And it just looks almost like a burnt red orange, which I think would look really pretty with a neutral eye and almost like a similar lip color, but I don't own anything like this, which is quite shocking to me because I do own quite a few blushes. I think lip products are my first favorite, but my second favorite makeup product is definitely blushes, and I have a ton of them, so I was really surprised that I didn't have anything similar to something like this. I did originally this morning when I was applying my makeup use one from my NARS Guy Bourdain palette, which is kind of almost like a burnt orange, light red, like brick color, but this is kind of like the exact shade I was looking for today, so I'm really excited to try this out. And then I also picked up, to go along with my whole Western cowgirl slash boho chic look, I was looking for a orange eyeshadow, and I didn't know exactly what shade I was looking for, but once again I looked through all of my single shadows and all of my palettes, and I couldn't find a shade that I wanted. So I picked up this Pro Longwear eyeshadow in the shade Hot Paprika. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I swatched tons of eyeshadows at MAC, and if you've been to a MAC store, you know they have a bazillion different colored eyeshadows, but this is the one I was actually drawn to the most. I swatched a couple other ones that I really liked, but this color was definitely on point, and it looks like this in the pan. And then swatched, it looks like this. And then let me do, so it just looks like that. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to try this out on my eyes. You know, with more pink and orange and red toned eyeshadows, you do have to be careful, because if you apply it on your eyes the wrong way and you don't blend it out, then it kind of gives you like an infected looking eye look, which pretty much no one is ever gonna go for. But I figured these are gonna look really great together, and I can't wait to come up with a look for this. So keep an eye out, because I actually have some really exciting news. I'm moving at the end of the month. It was not very planned, but because of our new additions with the puppies, we just needed more space, and we looked for a new apartment. Literally, we decided we didn't want to renew our lease at the end of last week, and the next day we looked on the internet for apartments, and we actually found one, and we went and saw it. And that afternoon is when we decided, after we saw it, that we wanted to move into that apartment. So I'm really excited to be in a larger place, and it's also a 3-bedroom, which technically we are in a 3-bedroom right now, but the 3rd bedroom is very small, and I never really thought to set it up because it always had a bunch of overflow of things that didn't fit in the other rooms in the apartment. But this apartment is humongous. There's so much storage, and the 3rd room I'm actually going to turn into my filming room. So I'm really excited because I'll be able to set up an actual tripod and lighting, and then start doing tutorials for you guys, because I know I keep saying that I'm going to do them, but I figured since I don't have a lot of space here and I wasn't sure where I was even going to be able to put a lighting kit, that I just kind of held off. But definitely sometime in the near future I will be ordering a huge lighting kit from Amazon, so that way all the colors will be true to the camera and you'll be able to get some tutorials. And I'm really excited. I hope you guys are excited. I'm just not excited about packing, but you know, it's not the end of the world. So sorry for that little caveat. I know that it doesn't really go along with this whole theme of MAC eyeshadows, but at the same time I did want to mention it because I am going to be filming at least 2 videos per every time I film, so that way I will have some to upload during the process of the move. All right, back to MAC. So the next products are just 2 lip products, and I'm really excited about these. I'm actually wearing both of them on my lips right now. I layered them, and I love this lip color. You guys know that I love my dark, vampy, like purple reds, and I couldn't have asked for a more perfect lip combination for myself. So the first one is MAC's Satin Lipstick in the shade Cyber, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I thought Rebel was probably my favorite dark vampy lipstick, but after trying on Cyber today, I realized this is like my perfect shade for me. It was literally meant for me. It's definitely not a shade that everyone would ever feel comfortable pulling off, but it looks like this, and it's super dark and vampy. And then I will do a swatch. So it looks like this, and it's a really dark. So just to lighten it up a tiny bit, I purchased this MAC Amplified Cream Lipstick in the shade Violetta, and this is actually from their Pro line, and I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure she said that you can't get these at the freestanding stores, but you have to go to an actual Pro store. And I think the closest one to me is actually in New York, and I'm definitely not going to travel to New York just to get a lipstick, but this is absolutely so pretty. And it looks like this. And it's a mix between a purple and then a magenta. So let me do a swatch of this one. And it looks like this. So together I put Cyber on first and then Violetta on top, and this is the lip combination. So as you can tell, it definitely lightens it up from the Cyber, but at the same time, it doesn't lighten it up too much where it's not, you know, vampy and dark and, I don't know, serious looking. But I really like this lip combination. This is probably my new favorite, and I actually just got it a couple hours ago. But when I go for a dark vampy lip on a night out on the town, or if I'm going out on the weekends, this is what I'm going to start wearing because I love this look, and I cannot get enough of these dark purple lipsticks. So, and then the last couple products I picked up are eyeshadows, and I picked up 4 of them. So let's go with, I picked up Brown Script because it's a matte finish, and I picked up Brown Script only because my friend actually recommended it. Is she was like, you're not gonna leave the store without purchasing it. So I figured, why not purchase it? She absolutely loves it, and it's a really pretty warm tone brown, and it looks like this. And then let me do a swatch. So it looks like that, and then swatched. It's just a brown with a red orange, like a warm undertone, which I think will look really pretty in the crease. And then I also picked up Swiss Chocolate because this is the brown that I was kind of looking for. And I figured, I love my neutral eyes. I know that's probably the most like oversaid statement here on YouTube when it comes to the beauty community, because everyone loves their neutral eye look, but this is a really pretty, just kind of like just a chocolate shade. So let's do a swatch. And pardon my hands, I could not find my self-tanning mitt, so I decided to just self-tan today without it and just quickly wash my hands when I was done. That was an epic fail because my hands were literally like dark brown green. So I still have remnants on my hands, even though I did use the lemon in an exfoliator and then pure acetone. So it looks like that. And then swatched, it's right here. And then the next one I picked up is Saddle, which is a matte as well. And that one is definitely the lightest one. Saddle is right here. And then the swatch is right here. And Saddle is definitely almost like a little tiny bit warm tone brown. Swiss Chocolate is almost a little bit cool toned now that I've swatched them all next to each other. And then the last shadow that I picked up is a purple, because you guys know that purple is my favorite color to wear on my eyes. And I have a palette right now that has 2 purples in them from MAC. So I figured I would pick up Fig 1, that's what it's called. And that one is a matte as well. Okay, what's going on here? It's getting a little embarrassed. And that one is just it's like a plum. Here, let's do a better swatch. And that is Fig 1 right here. And she gave me 2 testers of 2 different colored pigments that I wanted to try, and one of them is Rose, and this is absolutely gorgeous. I do have that on my eyelids, just right above where my my eyeliner is. I just tapped on a little bit with a Q-tip when I was at the store because I just wanted to see how it looked. And I'm running out of clean fingers, but that is what it looks like, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's just a rose gold, and that's a swatch of it. And then the other pigment is in the shade Melon, and this caught my eye, and I'm not a huge pigment or loose eyeshadow powder type of girl because I just feel like they're so messy and you need to be a lot more patient when you're applying them. But I wanted to try this one as well. And here we go. And the swatch is right here. I don't know if that's gonna come out on the camera, but this is gorgeous as well. I cannot wait to try out these eyeshadows, all of them, and the pigments. So do you see all of my beautiful swatches? And then the last product I want to show you is, it's a little bit sneaky, but so I saw an eyeshadow that I really liked, and it was a purple one, and it's actually from one of the collections that was just released, but it's kind of faded out and they no longer carry most of the products. And it is an eyeshadow called Hidden Motive, and it's a Volux Pearl shade or finish, and it looks like this. And what happened is I originally decided I was going to get Fig 1, and then after browsing around and seeing the display, I changed my mind and I decided that I wanted to get Hidden Motive. But when she looked for it in the stock, she realized that they were completely sold out and they weren't getting replenished. So what she ended up doing was she ended up giving me this tester because I really wanted this eyeshadow. And she said, just don't tell anyone because they're really not supposed to do that. But she knows how, I guess, much I really wanted this shade. And I think she also realizes how much money in general I spend at MAC on a regular basis. So she did give this to me, and she told me not to really tell anyone, and I know I'm kind of telling the internet, which is a lot of people, but I figure you guys are my friends and you're gonna keep this secret, right? So this is absolutely gorgeous. And let me do a swatch. So it looks like this. And then the swatch, I gotta do a heavier swatch so that way you can see the actual how beautiful it is. So the swatch is right here. And I absolutely love this color. It actually swatches better right when I do that. So it's that one right there. And it is just so beautiful. It's the perfect mix between a warm shimmery and almost like a tiny bit of a cool undertone. So I'm really excited to try this out because I love purple eyes. I just think they make my brown eyes pop. And I was really bummed out when she told me that they no longer were no longer carrying this shade. So don't tell anyone. I know I can trust you guys, right? So that is it for all of my MAC products. So now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't seem like it was a lot, but considering that they are on the pricier end, I felt like I got a lot because I spent a lot, and I did get some free samples, and then I did get this free little eyeshadow. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see any type of look with these eyeshadows, then let me know, because I'm going to start writing down video requests for tutorials, so that way when I'm in my new place, I'll be able to just start filming them back to back, and I'll have all of you guys' requests. So that is it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening or rest of the weekend. And I'm actually going to film another video after I wash all of the swatches off my hands, because I want to film as many videos as I can so there is no break in uploading for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, then please like, subscribe, and share. You know I'm not forcing you to, but I really appreciate everyone who has. And I've noticed that I've surpassed 250 subscribers, which is such a huge milestone for me, because this time last year, I didn't even have a channel because I was kind of a little bit scared that no one was even going to be interested in listening to me talk about beauty products. I taught myself. I've never gone to beauty school, but I think I do a pretty decent job, right? I know that the contouring and the blush is a little heavy today, but it's because I did all of my own makeup, and then when I went to MAC today, she layered a couple different products on top of what I already had existing. So that's why it looks a bit heavy, but that is it. I am done blabbing on for you guys, and I will see you guys very soon in another video. Bye!